What is going on? What is going on with this league of ours? This wonderful Premier League that seems to just come up with some absolute corker. Slow news day, slap City with a couple more charges. Why not? What we got on today, John? I don't know, mate. I don't know. You got anything on? I'm bored, mate. You got any work on? Nah, mate. No, mate. I got nothing on, mate. Nothing on at all. Should we slap City with a couple of charges? Yeah, why not, mate? Why not? They've already got 115. What's 22 more? Who gives a shit? Absolutely mental. Kickoff delays. Over 2 seasons, mind you. 2 seasons. Let's get all the official jargon out of the way. The tweet was initially announced by the MEN correspondent, Manchester City writer, Joe Bray, who has stated City have entered into an agreed sanction agreement. Agreed sanction agreement? I don't know what that means, but an agreed sanction agreement with the Premier League for 2 breaches relating to kickoff delays over the last 2 seasons. Fines totaling 2.09 million. The club has apologised and reminded its players and management teams of their responsibilities. So, no failure to cooperate there. I mean, firstly, the club has apologised, so I find that quite an interesting aspect, and you can really pop your tinfoil hat on now and start to get wild with conspiracy theories that the fact that City have cooperated here, and this is very much the Premier League and Manchester City handling a situation without going to court, which is nice, without needing to... Oh, apparently it has, actually. It's gone to the independent judicial panel, which I'll get onto shortly with the Premier League's official statement, but it's still City apologising, going, okay, we've done something wrong here, we apologised. And, I mean, how wrong can we be to deserve 2.09 million of fines? Now, these 2 seasons that we're talking about, I was a season ticket holder for the 22-23 season, for the treble-winning season. I was there. I don't remember sitting in the stands going, it's fucking 301. What the fuck are they doing? Absolute piss take. Pep, Manchester City, they deserve a fine for this. Disgraceful. And now it's 302. Oh, I can't believe it. It's disgraceful. It's money. That's what this is. It's all about broadcasting schedules and money. That's where the Premier League's priorities lie, and this is so evidently clear here with this, that arriving late onto the pitch has apparently going to be a knock-on effect to the broadcasting schedule. I mean, what if there was a player injured? You can't, because it's controllable, that will be their argument, because it's controllable. You can control when you enter and leave a football pitch. That can be controlled. Obviously, an injury happening that adds injury time, that can't be controlled. But still, that's what, all you're doing is eating into the time of Micah Richards, Roy Keane and Gary Neville waffling shite in the studio for Sky Sports at the end of the game. That's all you're doing. You're eating into that time. Oh, no. What are we going to do? 2.09 million fine for Manchester City. That's what we're going to do. Absolute jokers. Premier League official statement is as follows. The Premier League and Manchester City have entered into a sanction agreement after the club accepted it had breached Premier League Rule L.33 relating to kick-off and restart obligations. The breaches relate to a number of Premier League matches during the 22-23 and 23-24 seasons. Rules relating to kick-offs and restarts help ensure the organisation of the competition is set at the highest possible professional standard and provide certainty to fans and participating clubs. It also ensures the broadcast of all 380 league matches around the world is kept to schedule. As required by the Premier League rules, the sanction agreement has been ratified by 3 members of the independent judicial panel. So there we have it. So I know a lot of City fans were immediately jumping on the idea that everyone immediately straight into the pockets, get the calculator out, 115 minus 22 equals 93. 115 plus 22 equals 137. That's what the rival fans were doing. They were adding the charges on top, and unfortunately, City fans, if that's probably what it is, it will be 22 more, because there was the 115 charges had nothing to do with this. So the 137 charges is fuck it. Let's go for 200. I'm up for 200. Who's ready for 200? We might as well keep going now. Let's go for 200. And I won't be happy until we get there. And I mean, it's Pep said it himself as well. Let's not forget in the pre-season, he's already said that talking about the pre-season and Manchester City players and how they're not quite ready, he did say we will arrive late. He said it himself. So they're already planning on doing it. Now, one of the things that is a problem for me is priorities. The two things I've got a problem with this is the organisation of the Premier League and where their priorities lie. So their priorities are obviously financial, and they always have been. Let's not make too pick bones about it. They've always been financial priorities. Anything that involves money, bang, you're in big trouble. Fines galore. Anything along the lines of racist from the fans and stuff, again, the club can't really control that. That will always be their argument, that fans are fans and the club is the club. And they will always try and separate the two and treat them separately in terms of punishment. So, again, no, the priorities here, it seems a bit wrong. Because, like I said, I was there. I don't remember going, oh my God, this is so late, even at half time. I don't know, who cares, man? It's a couple of minutes. Now, that brings me on to the next point, is the fact that the Premier League have openly said this has been happening for 2 seasons. Why didn't you tell us it was wrong to do it first time we did it? Match 1, you're late, Manchester City. Here's a £5,000 fine. Don't do it again. Do it again, 20 grand. Do it again, 50 grand. Go from there. If we keep doing it, they will stop. Why did they let us do it for 2 years? For 2 years of turning up late, and then just now, right in the middle of all of these charges that are separate, the APT case that City, we're still waiting on hearing about that as well, with the Premier League rulebook coming out and no changes being made. People are making a lot of that, making very little of it, and also making a lot of it at the same time. And then the 115 charges, right bang in the middle of it, is this weird, very, very peculiar incident that smacks of something, but I don't know what. It seems odd. And it seems like a bit of a publicity stunt, because there's no way every single Premier League club walked onto that pitch bang on time. There aren't excuses, by the way, because there is an alarm that goes off, for those that don't know, in the changing rooms. The officials have an alarm that goes off to say, right, it's match time. When you hear that alarm, bell goes off, ding, onto the pitch you go. That's the way it works. And that's the way it should. I mean, yeah, understandably, if City have been turning up 10, 15 minutes late for games, then I'd be like, yeah, there's something wrong here. Pep's getting a half an hour team talk, while all the opposition get 15-minute team talk. What are we talking about here? We're talking about a couple of minutes. There's no way that any fan will go back to that match and go, I bloody remember I got home late for my dinner that day, those bastards at Manchester City, all those away fans that had to travel back 2 minutes later than they planned. Absolute joke. But there is an image thing here. There's something going on about the Premier League and Manchester City doing a little bit of that, in terms of, like, we're not being as harsh to them. Maybe also showing that the Premier League have got teeth a little bit by fining Manchester City for something so trivial. What this then means for the 115 and the APT case, I think on the face of it, very little, but maybe a little bit of underhanded, I don't know, bit odd. It's a bit weird, bit funky, something odd about all of this. But it's a fascinating topic again. Manchester City are getting fined by the Premier League. We love this battle, don't we? This is the greatest footballing rivalry that the world has ever known. We don't even face football clubs anymore. We're beyond taking on football clubs. We don't take them on anymore. We take on leagues. That's what we do. You're just cannon fodder, mate. United, Liverpool, Arsenal, piss off, mate. You're nothing. We're going for the fucking foundation of England. We're going for the Premier League, mate. It's unbelievable. Blues, get your comments in below. I want to hear them. Like and subscribe to Typical City, and I'll see you in the next one.
This is Typical City now, holding up silver.